This is probably the only time in podcast history where we have encouraged you to get back with an ex. Meet me at 8 p.m. at our spot.
You know it.
You know
Bring
it.
your rollerblades, you little bitch.
You know the drama is never ending. Don't let it get the best of you.
Happy Wednesday,
Hello.
everybody. Today, me and Cinzia are the same people in different fonts.
We're the same.
We're giving denim, striped trainer,
Yes.
baggy tee.
We're giving, I'm giving football hooligan.
Football hooligan for sure.
I'm giving a world
ticket holder, season
World-
ticket. World. What are you going
What
with
is
that?
the big football tournament called that everyone competes?
Cup?
The World Cup. I'm giving World Cup
When is
hooligan.
that? Are we in a world year? Are we in a
the
World Cup year?
Euros this year
Oh, fantastic.
in Paris. No,
In
it's the Olympics
Paris?
in Paris this year. But it's the Euros this year, and then in 2 years' time, it will be the World Cup.
How exciting.
I remember when Italy won the World Cup, and I was a child.
Wow.
Do you remember that?
Were we at school?
We were at school.
I think
And
I
we
do
were
remember
out on the
that.
streets in Nottingham.
I do remember that, yeah. In that top, probably.
Probably in this top. I thrifted this from vintage footballshirts.com.
We're into our vintagey football shirts at the moment.
It's the Tate McRae influence, I think.
It is the Tate McRae
I
effect,
think it's
who
the-
we are going to see
Yes.
live on stage, actually in Paris, in a couple of weeks' time. I'm very
Yes,
excited about
yes.
it.
I think it is the Tate McRae influence.
Are we going to wear her merch to the show?
For sure. I think we should wear jerseys.
Yeah. Because I saw her merch last night and I thought, yeah.
Well, we need to get the new merch then.
Oh, not the one we've already got.
Well, all we've got is it literally
Super
covers
crop.
my boobs.
Yeah, that's cool.
It's cool.
Jeans.
Yeah, you know what?
Tate
a
would
little
wear
hot
it.
pant.
Yeah.
No, for sure. Let's wear the merch.
Yeah,
And a big
we've gotta wear the
biker
merch.
jacket
Yeah,
and just
super
commit to the Tate
cool.
look. But I do think it's the Tate influence. Yeah.
The Tate McRae effect.
Yeah. Are you a football hooligan?
Well, I actually got the pink Miami football
Yes, you
jersey
did.
a long time ago.
Yeah, you did actually.
Because I thought that looks pretty nice, and I bought it like in the winter time.
It was a long time.
It was in like September. I actually had to wait for it. I had to pre-order it. It was one of the things. It was one of
remember.
those things where I kind of forgot that I got it.
Yeah, I
And then it
remember.
arrived in the post. I was like, oh my god, I forgot I ordered this months
Yeah, I
ago.
remember.
Because I thought in summer that's going to be really comfy and really nice, and I wear it all the time.
I love that. Well, this
And I've got my
has-
favorite ones from ASOS, the Adidas ones.
Yes, because that's nice. Because I like this also because it's a slight V,
Yes, I see that.
and this has that slight vintage stench.
Oh, does it?
You know that lovely smell. That
Yeah,
everyone
that
loves?
thrift smell. Well, I like the Adidas tees and this t-shirt because I like a t-shirt
do.
that has an extra long sleeve. It covers the elbow,
Yeah, that's
and that's what I like because it's just forearms
'Cause
out.
really-
I don't want my arms out in
really,
anything.
this is a 3/4.
Right.
You know,
It's a capri pant for our arms.
yeah, really. It's like, I just wear 3/4 length on the arms.
Yeah. I like a 3/4 length sleeve.
because that's a short.
Yeah. Oh, my
Look at
worst
that.
nightmare.
Pure bicep. Yeah. Yeah. So we like to
Yeah.
cover.
So we like an extra large top.
And what we've learned from doing this podcast under these lights,
Coverage is key.
coverage is key. So God knows what we're going to do come summertime, but we'll figure it out.
Yeah. We'll figure it out. We're not
Yeah.
there yet. So
Well, it's May.
welcome
Happy
back.
May. Happy May.
Happy May.
May the 4th be with you.
Absolutely.
That's what they say in Star Wars.
Star Wars land. Hell yeah.
And we're ready to rock and roll. We've got literally a full drink today, which is just lovely.
Full Stanleys, full
Yeah.
beverages.
Full
So we're
Stanley.
feeling energized, ready to go. I've had my smoothie this morning.
Yeah,
It's
love
smoothie
that.
time.
I had my protein
It's
cookie.
getting better every single day. I'm perfecting it every single day.
That's what happens.
Yeah.
And especially when you're like spooning things in,
You
kn-
get to know the portion size.
You get to know like the flick of the wrist, just like how much
Absolutely.
It's like, yeah, a scoop, but I know,
I know
this
the scoop. Yeah, it's not just any scoop. It's a particular scoop.
It's like when mums, make the cake, bake a
eyeballing
cake.
everything.
It's like, yeah, about 200 grams, but
we can just eyeball it.
That's actually goals.
That's my granny to a T.
Is it?
Yeah.
Wow.
Just eyeballing. Yeah,
She's
bit of
got
that.
80 years worth of knowledge in that brain.
81.
Imagine that. We're only on 25, 26. Sorry, I forgot my age.
Magical, hey?
Almost 27 years of
Not
knowledge.
quite. In September.
So
You've got a while.
She's got almost triple the knowledge on us.
Oh, wow.
So think this
Wow.
smoothie recipe that you're
God,
learning.
think about when I'm 81.
Think
What I'll
about-
be then. What it will be. How it will have evolved.
well, you'll say I started making this smoothie when I was, God, how old was I? God, I
Sweet
was 25. God, I'm 81 now. God, where's the time gone?
Still got the same blender.
Yeah, still working. Yeah, Brian,
I've had
look.
this since I was
Remember when I bought
25.
this blender?
Well, I saw this thing on my TikTok this morning.
Yeah.
Sorry, we'll get to it in a sec.
Yeah.
And it was a girl. It was like a stitch of something, and she took a screenshot of a comment section, and someone commented like, "Yeah, my mum was born in the 90s."
Oh, wow.
That's us. It's like the next generation. They were like, "Yeah,
Oh my
my
God,
mum
yes,
was
that's
born in the
me.
90s," and then someone replied saying, "Most of our mums were born in the 90s."
Wait, there are mums who were born in the 90s?
Summer, our friend.
Oh, God. I'm still a child, Lord. I'm still a child.
So there are somehow children using the internet whose mums were born in the 90s. So yeah, mum was born in the 90s. What? Our mum should be born in the 60s.
Because, yeah, think, let's say.
the 70s.
Someone who was born in 1991.
Yeah.
Had a child. How old are they? 1991?
Give me a sec.
Well,
For goodness sake.
I'm 97 and I'm 26. So that's 6 years on me. So that's 32.
32. Yeah.
Yeah.
Respectable age.
So then they had the child. If the child's on the internet, I would hope they're at least 16. So
no,
then
12. 13.
12.
We were on Facebook at 13. That was the legal age.
Was we?
Yeah.
Okay. 13, let's say.
MSN, 11, 12, 10.
Yeah, because 12, you're not. I remember when it was like, oh my God, 13. I'm a teenager.
Yeah, I'm allowed a
12
Facebook account.
Yeah, okay. So 32 take away 13 is?
Oh, I've got brain
Well,
fog.
32 take away 12 is easier, right? So that's take away the 2, that's 20. So they had the child when they were 18.
Good maths. Got it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Born in the 90s.
Yeah.
It was acceptable in the 80s.
I've never heard that song before in my life.
You have.
I have not.
It was acceptable at the time.
I've
That's not
never
ringing no
heard that.
bells.
Who?
That's ringing no bells.
No bells.
Stop. Okay, well, we digress. It's
It
Boy
was
Talk, welcome
acceptable
back in the 80s.
I've never heard that before.
Bow, bow. Oh, sorry, I'm on ring.
How rude is that?
It's actually your message that's just popped
Oh,
through
really?
7 minutes ago.
Oh, really?
Got 6 laughy faces. Okay, so it is Boy Talk. Welcome back. Happy Wednesday.
It is.
Welcome back to the girls' bathroom. And our question of the week.
It's a great
is-
one. This is a great one.
Would you allow?
We're 2 question of the weeks ahead. We've got one ready for next week as well in my notes ready to go.
Yeah.
That's how good we are.
So we've got it under control here. Don't worry about us.
Yeah.
Would you allow your partner to catch up with their ex?
Not over my dead body.
We've got yes, it could be healing, or big fat no.
Absolutely fucking not. There's no reality where that,
There's no realm where that
There's-
needs to happen.
unless there was a child involved.
Well, that's the different story.
Well, that is a different story. So no, sorry.
The
Right?
audience agrees with us.
Thank God.
And 93%.
Thank goodness for that, you guys. You
fat
scare me
no.
sometimes.
7%. Yes, it could be
Oh, I
healing.
just got to chill over my body.
And we have said in the next slide,
Ooh.
feel free to explain yourselves further, because I
Yeah.
was interested if there were some yeses.
Like,
Could we
what's
be?
the-
Could we be?
We being immature.
But I'm just going to read a couple. Most of these seem to be no's of
Thank
what I'm
God.
glancing at. They're an ex for a reason. No need to catch up. They do not need to be friends. It should be kept in the past. They should have moved on with their
Exactly.
life. Shouldn't be in a new relationship if you feel the need to
Exactly.
heal from your old one. Ex is an
Exactly.
ex for a reason. Never ever. Yeah, everyone seems
Absolutely.
we are not on the fence this week. We are decided
thank
this
God.
week.
We're a joint union.
We do have here though, if our communication was good, then yes. But it would make me uncomfortable.
But there's no reason why they need to go and chat. Like what are we chatting about?
I don't
Like,
know.
what is the, remember that time in the hot tub?
I mean, we've
Like,
got here, I would myself, because I am friends with my ex, but hell no, that he shall.
that he shall not pass.
It really depends on the situation we've got. You shouldn't need closure from an ex if you've already moved on. There shouldn't be any
Exactly.
unfinished business. Most people are agreeing with us. What is there to talk about? If you need to heal, go to therapy, some people are saying.
I would be actually sick in my mouth.
Someone said I would rather sit naked on a hot grill.
Me too, sister.
I'd honestly just rather die.
Me too, sister.
Okay, well, that leads us on quite nicely to our first dilemma this week.
You know what I want us to start saying?
Well, we've got someone in a pickle.
Sugar. Okay, sugar.
If I had a dog, I would call them Sugar.
I like that because I've been starting to try and say it on text. Okay, sugar.
Okay, Sugar.
To like female friends.
It's cute.
I think it's really cute. Instead of doll, because I say doll. But
Doll's
I think
quite
sugar's-
nice too, though.
Doll is okay, doll. Yeah, sugar I like.
I'd
I'm
like
going to
an
start
English
using
bulldog
sugar.
called Sugar.
Yeah, that's cute.
That is so
Come
cute.
here, give me some sugar, sugar.
Yeah, give me some sugar.
Right, now we're talking about ghosts and ghouls.
The title of this one really drew us in, I have to say.
This is my favourite. This gets my gears going, this. And I hate ghosts. The thought of the extraterrestrial, wow.
Do you remember your sister's friend who had ghosts in her house and she would see them in the doorways
Yeah,
and
like
shit?
soldiers who had died. It was like a house that had been around since the war. There were like soldiers that they'd see. I can't do with that. That's why I'm in new builds only for me personally.
Yeah.
Or especially, yeah.
But what does your mum always say, which reassures us?
This is obviously just something you tell the kids, but I still believe it. If the ghosts know, if you're not, I've said this before, if you're not able to handle seeing a ghost or a sighting, you will never see one. And it's just like, good, they
Thank
know.
God, they know that I won't be okay with it.
They know I would never be able to recover from such an extraterrestrial sighting.
Yeah.
That I will never see one, which is
It's very comforting.
Which is very comforting. Right. That's why when we were growing up, I chose to live in the new extension side of the house. So I opted.
But I did hear a ghost
You
in
did,
that
but
side
I
of the
opted.
house.
I opted for the smaller fucking
It's actually
shoebox
crazy.
room.
Have we told that story? We'll tell it real quick.
Yeah.
Whilst we're on the topic of ghosts. It's not that scary,
That
don't
house
worry.
actually does scare me.
So me and Chintz, we must have been about 18, 19.
Yeah. 'Cause
We
it's night
were
out season.
in Chintz's family home, in the house, getting ready to go out. I knew your mum and dad weren't home. They'd gone out. I wasn't really aware of who was or wasn't in the house. Like Chintz's got two sisters. There's always someone floating around. So her stairs like splits into two at the top. You can go right or you can go left. We were both on the right-hand side, getting ready, blah, blah, blah,
On
blah,
my
blah.
side?
No, on,
Lydia's side.
yeah, we were in the right-hand
And
side.
that's the old side. That's the room I chose not to go near because it's fucking haunted, Lydia's room.
However, we were getting ready in there, blah, blah, blah. I then walked to the left-hand side where Chintz's bedroom was and her little sister's bedroom was. I went in there. I was like, oh, I'm just going to grab my perfume. And I heard a girl, which I assumed was Chintz's little sister.
Sorry if this is scaring you guys.
I heard someone go, where are you girls going tonight? I literally said, I said, what, Mary? What? I walked in to Mariana's bedroom. It was pitch black. I thought, oh, wait, what? I thought, oh, she's not in there. And then I said, Chin, where? I said, where? Who? I'm like, what?
Yeah, who's here?
Yeah, who's here?
And I think I said,
and
no
Chin
one's
said,
here.
No one's here. And I said, did you just ask me where we were going tonight? He said, no. And I was like, there's a ghost. Like, I was so convinced, but I wasn't afraid. It's weird. People say that, don't they, when they see ghosts, that it wasn't
Oh,
scary.
you wasn't afraid?
No, because
Was
I
I
genuinely,
afraid? I must have
I
been
genuinely believe, like, someone just said, where are you girls going tonight? And I walked in and I said, what? And I walked in to Mariana's bedroom, like, thinking that was what she said. And I was like, what? And then I was like, oh, the lights are off. No one's in here. I was like, oh, I shouldn't be in here. Walked out. And then I was like thinking that maybe she was down there. And I was like looking and I was like, Chin, I was like, who's here? And you were like, no one.
It makes me want to never return to that home, that story.
That's my only ghost. And I was like, oh, that's my only story.
How petrifying is that? Yeah, so that's why I opted for, the newer side, even though there's voices on that side anyway, so it didn't really help. Yeah, I sacrificed a double bed for a single bed.
But the bed pulled out.
Yes, it did. Yeah, and then when it pulled out, fucking took
Whole
over the
room.
whole of the bedroom. That's how small it was. Love that room.
Right. Oh, that's a good room.
Right.
Back to the dilemma, sorry.
So, I
Sorry
hope
if that
this
scared
lady's
anyone.
okay. Well, I actually saw a TikTok last night and it was this woman. I didn't really understand it and I actually want to delve more into it. But she dates people in other realms.
Wow, that sounds like my kind of thing.
It sounds like one of the books. Sounds like a book I've read, actually.
Sounds like a lot of books I've read.
Yeah, and she like had boyfriends in different realms.
Oh, I love that.
And would have sex with people in the other realms. I don't know. It was a very long TikTok. I was trying to
you have to send that
understand
to me.
it.
That sounds pretty good.
I will find.
Sounds like my kind of girl.
If you type it in,
How is she getting to these realms?
That's exactly. That's what.
Is it spiritually? Is she?
I don't know. That's what I was wanting her to explain, but she never got there. So then I
Okay.
was hoping that I would see another one, you know, on my
On the
feed later, but
algorithm.
I'm yet to. But that.
Okay.
But we know Trisha Paytas has had sex with a ghost before.
Yes, she has.
That's
That's real.
yeah, that's real. So let's dive in. So Sarah has received a love letter from the underground, from a ghost. So what they say? No, that's
Dead
hell.
and buried
That's hell
from the afterlife.
from the afterlife.
Or does she just mean ghost as in
I'm
a
getting
ghost of my
really
past?
spooked out. I don't
she
like
could just
it.
mean an ex, a ghost of my past.
Of course she does. Of course she does.
But she's dramatized it and she's lured us in with the title.
Of course she does. She doesn't actually mean a goblin. So, hey girls, long time listener, didn't think I would ever have to write in for my advice on my love life.
Welcome in.
Welcome in.
Take a seat.
At the start of the year, I moved from Australia to Ireland. Wow, what a big move.
Wow. Very niche.
Yes, it's very Brittany Broski coded.
Very. I love her
Yeah.
so much. Her podcast today, I was like, oh,
She's the
Brittany, we're
best.
just made for each other. Her podcast today was called My Controversial Opinions on Shrek 2. I was like, I woke up this morning, I was like, this is the best day of my life.
She's a funny lady. Right. Recently, I was
so
on a
good.
video call to my dad when he told me there was a letter at home for me. Right.
Wow.
Okay.
First of all, I would love to receive a love letter, a note,
Yes.
mail.
In the mail.
Yeah.
Yeah,
like,
me too.
Imagine if you just wrote me a letter and posted it to my house.
Oh, would you like that?
I'd love that.
I would not like an unwelcomed letter. Like if
No.
it was from fuck off, you know.
That's giving
it-
threatening stalker. I'm calling the police.
Yeah, it go fuck off, leave me. But if it was a welcomed lover, then
Yeah.
for sure.
Yeah. I knew a girl that a long time ago.
Yeah,
She wrote a letter and left it on a boy's car
nice.
under his window wiper.
How did that get received?
Negatively.
You see, you put your heart on the line.
The boy
there.
told me that he never even read it. But I thought, are you just saying that to show off?
I
I
think
thought surely curiosity
was
would get the better of you. You definitely read
just
that.
saying that to show off.
Yeah,
to
I
be like,
thought so.
lads, I didn't even fucking read it. She had me
Yeah.
a fucking letter.
I thought that's bullshit. You
That is
definitely read
such
that.
bullshit. Of course, you're
You
reading
probably
the
kept
note.
it in your drawer.
Of course, but then to be fair, there was messages my ex would send me. I wouldn't read them, big long ones, and I go, "Oh, please leave me alone."
Yeah, you don't want to hear it.
Yeah, like I literally was like, I didn't even read it. So actually,
Wow.
I can relate to that
I can
man.
do that. Curiosity
Really?
will get the better of me.
But
Be
when
so
you're in
curious.
no, but when you're in that state of mind, like actually,
Yeah, true.
leave me alone now. It's like why? What?
Nothing
what,
else to say.
Yeah, what is there else to say? And I get a
Yeah.
physical note. I'm going.
Fuck off.
So actually, I relate to that man.
Yeah. Oh, I'll let him know. Not in contact anymore, but our paths cross.
Right. Oh, I was really looking forward to an actual extraterrestrial situation here, but it's okay. We can get over it. It was going to freak a lot of you out anyway. I'd start getting jumpy. We don't want that. Especially because I had a stranger in my flat this morning. Do you know what I mean?
Oh, I had a
it's
strange man in the
that.
car park. We've had
Yeah,
weird experiences this morning.
And also, like the worst thing is like this man. Sorry to this man, but like you've been sent to my man to my man. You've been sent to my flat to inspect it, right? The first thing you do, you get down, you bend over. I can see your whole arse crack.
Pull your fucking trousers
like,
up.
do you know what I
Can you not
mean?
feel a breeze?
Like I'm a young lady, and you're in
Your
my
hairy,
Sophia,
spotty
you're
arse.
in my bedroom, and I'm on my own. And you're looking at the broken wardrobe door. I appreciate, thank you for looking at the wardrobe door, but I'm seeing half of your asshole, and I don't want to see that. So I took a picture for evidence. I took a picture.
Of his ass.
No, just of the situation. But his arse is there. But it's like, pull up your trousers. Like, I would never bend down and not feel the breeze, not feel the expose of,
Even a lower back.
yeah, even a lower back. Like, but
it's
also
like,
it's threatening.
are
It
you
felt
not
quite
wearing
threatening. I didn't
pants?
like it.
Where's your underwear?
Yeah.
Pull it up. Why is it falling down so
Yeah,
low?
I did not like it.
Get a bigger t-shirt.
Like,
Get a long t-shirt
Yeah.
like this, extra large.
Like 9 a.m.
Cover
in the morning.
up, please.
Yeah.
I had negative experience too. In a car park,
Yeah.
men walking over to me. Step away from me, please.
So put your shoes on.
Stop knocking on my window, asking me questions.
Sir.
Want to look at my car? Put your fucking shoes on.
No, that would actually
Leave me alone.
If you weren't smart and witty in that situation, we would
Terrify
be
me.
here.
Do not approach people in car parks.
No, well, but men, they'll never learn, especially the scary ones. No, the man
digress.
who came to our flat, he was a nice man. I sat my bare bum yesterday on a male toilet seat.
We went in a boys' toilet.
We went in urinals and didn't even fucking realize. I sat my bare bottom, like my full cheeks were sat on a male public restroom.
You should
and
never
I didn't
sit
even,
on a public
I
toilet.
did. I
It's
was
disgusting.
desperate, but I had my arms
Hover.
full.
Just hover.
No, but I rested it down. In that instant, I rested down, and it was a man.
Me and
Had
Chinzia
rested his cheeks on that seat
to do a
prior.
shit. Because if he did a wee, he'd be in the urinal. Me and Chinzia were in John Lewis yesterday. There was a lot going on. We were setting off buzzers. Security thought we were stealing
we were
shit.
very flustered. It was
We were
about
very
5 p.m.
flustered. We
as
both
well.
needed a wee. We'd been trekking around all day. And we were like, oh, let's just go to the toilet.
We were lost in
walked
Westfield
in.
about 3 fucking times. Why do they make them so big?
No signs anywhere.
No signposts. They want you to get lost, so you spend more money,
More
which I
money.
did. Going to Boots, going to John Lewis.
Yeah, trying to get out. And then we were walking into the toilet. We didn't even think. We just walked straight in. I saw a sign for a woman. I saw a sign for a man. It was very confusing. We just walked in, saw cubicles, went in. We both thought when we walked in there, thought, oh, it smells in
I
here.
saw a lady.
Well,
Must have
I
been a
just said
man.
like, oh, it smells in here. And then we went in,
It
did our business.
stunk.
I then exited the cubicle and there's a man standing there at the urinal pissing. And I was like, where am I? And I was like, and he like jumped and turned around and looked at me
Yeah,
weird. I thought, why are you looking at me weird? Why the fuck are you in here? And then I thought, oh my fucking God, we're in the men's. And then I like ran out and I texted Chintz like, come out immediately. We are in the men's
I didn't even
toilets.
see your text because I was like, I had the camera in my hands. I had a lot going on.
And then I was outside and then I looked at them properly. I thought, I see what went wrong there.
Because it reeked in there.
stunk.
Men, you are fucking disgusting.
And your toilets are minging.
Minging.
Sort it out.
And the fact that they have to stand there bare bums, it's just, it's
foul.
It's absolutely crazy. But yeah, so a lot's gone on in the past 48 hours.
Yeah. Sorry, we
And I
digress.
actually did that. I walked into a male one a couple of weeks
At
ago.
Coachella,
and
you walked in.
Yes, and I saw the urinals and I had a fright.
It's very
It's
scary.
so scary. Yeah, God, it'll ruin a day, that will.
Back to the dilemma.
Recently-
Love letter from a ghost.
Right. Recently, I was on a video call to my dad and he told me there was a letter at home for me. I told him to open the letter because I presumed that it was a generic letter from the bank or something.
Parking ticket.
Or I'd be
as
so
such.
embarrassed. Dad rested his phone on the table in a way that I could see him opening it. To my surprise, it wasn't a generic letter, but a handwritten letter from a Brian, who I was seeing 2 years ago. I got
Handwritten.
him to send on photos so I could read it in my own time. Backstory. Okay.
This is quite magical.
Yeah, if it's welcome, then this is lovely. Backstory. But
It's
imagine
giving
it was
the
someone
notebook. I wrote you.
I wrote you. Yeah. Yeah, and it's romance.
Handwritten note.
Yeah, it's lovely.
You know, he could have sent a text, an
Yeah,
email,
It's lovely.
an Insta
But
DM.
is he not? Does he not
the
know?
tradition of the handwritten
But
note.
it's kind of nice because it shows he's not really on the social medias. Because if he was, he'd know that you're in fucking Ireland.
Right.
Do you know what I mean?
Of course.
Yeah. So
I've moved.
he's quite a traditional man. You know, went straight for the.
He's an
for the
Australian
quill,
gentleman
for the quill.
with his ink.
Load up the ink, my darling. Right. Backstory. Brian and I met on a dating app. Brian had moved back home due to COVID and was starting his own company. I was living in his home area with friends. Brian and I had been on loads of dates. We're basically in a relationship without the labels. He taught me how to rollerblade. That's so weird. We spoke about rollerblading yesterday.
Yes, we did.
How weird. Do you know sometimes that's weird when it's like, when did we ever talk about rollerblading? We spoke about it twice.
In 2 days. Weird.
He taught me how to rollerblade, cooked dinner for me, and brought me on road trips, which I loved. When I met Brian, my mom was sick. So I'm not sure if I always thought of him as a nice distraction and wouldn't allow myself to get too engrossed. I ended it for reasons I am unsure looking back. Okay, so you can't really remember the deets, the nitty gritty, like, okay, whatever.
Sometimes it'd be like that. Why did I end that?
Yeah, my mum passed away at the end of last year. Oh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, I'm so sorry. That's
Brian
so
heard on the radio and sent his condolences. That's nice of
Oh my
him.
God, yeah.
Brian does not have any social media. I fucking knew it. I said
You knew
that.
it. I like this guy.
Me too. I really like this guy a lot. I knew he didn't have social media.
Yeah, he gave you those
He's
vibes
such a traditional
immediately.
guy. Such a traditional guy. Besides LinkedIn. Love that business.
Okay, he's a working man.
Yes. If you
I'm
can
fascinated about LinkedIn. I don't really know what it is. Social
the
media for
professionals.
for the professionals, for corporates.
it's for professionals. But then the scary thing is about LinkedIn is if you've got an account, they can see who who's viewed your profile. Sarah viewed your profile. Imagine that on
So
Instagram.
you can't stalk
You can't stalk.
unless you will just
Because
want to.
they get fucking notified.
They'll know.
Like, imagine you just seeing an innocent stalk on Instagram. Cinzia viewed your Actual, that's thing of nightmares.
That's
that
a
is.
thing of
That's a horror
nightmares.
story, that.
God.
So that's all I know about LinkedIn. Right.
So no social media,
So
just
besides
LinkedIn.
LinkedIn, if you count it. So he doesn't know what really has been going on in my life for the past few years. I knew it. I bloody knew it. I mean, he is giving like ghosts, like olden day ghosts.
Yes.
You know?
Yeah. He's giving gentleman.
Yeah, he is. The part I would love to hide, I did text him on WhatsApp after a few drinks before Christmas. Okay. So you have thought about him merely 6 months ago
Okay.
to see if he was around. Okay, because
Home for Christmas.
but deleted it before he read it. I am now in Sydney living with friends. Oh, so you're not in
So you're
Ireland
not in
anymore.
Ireland. Wait, is this boy in Ireland or Australia? He's got to be in
I
Australia.
think he's in Australia. Yeah. He saw your message. As soon as someone texts me, I see it.
I see it.
I've not opened it. You don't know I've seen it. I've seen it.
I've seen it. And you're
The
lying to
minute-
yourself
the
if you think I haven't seen
The
it.
second it comes through, I've seen it straight away. He saw it.
I've dragged it down. I've read the whole thing.
Yeah.
I've put it. I've archived it.
Yeah, there we go. So I am now in Sydney living with friends and trying to figure out my new normal, not in Ireland. The letter. Wow, look how...
Okay. God,
She's
has she given us a transcript
she's like
of the letter?
given us a title
What did he
of
say?
the-
What did he say?
So the letter. I would
This
like...
could be the love of your life, you know.
I like Brian a lot.
I like him a lot.
I would
It's
like to-
rare that we say that.
I would like to start this letter by saying that this letter is not like Brian at all. It's a 3-page handwritten letter.
Oh my God.
We haven't got the 3-page.
No social media king, handwriting king, personalized effort, thought,
Thoughtful.
precision. Because you know how careful you have to be writing a letter. You can't go back and reword it. You're writing it.
Maybe he wrote it out in his notes and then...
copied
over.
and transcribed.
But it's just giving lovely. And, you know, he remembered where you lived. Either that's giving, you know, forget.
I think it's gorgeous.
I think it's
I think it's
lovely.
beautiful. What's he said then? 3 pages.
So it was a 3-page handwritten letter. The letter says it was only after we parted that he realized how, quotes, how deeply I cared about you.
wow.
And that he never say what the message said that I sent before Christmas, but couldn't not reach out after it. He did see the message.
He never saw, because it would just say, Sarah deleted this message. So it's saying, I never saw what you said to me at Christmas time, but I did notice that you
know what?
did try to reach
That
out.
sent him into overdrive.
Could you imagine? Well, because imagine if you sent it, this is what happened.
He's been thinking about you. You send a message, unsend it.
You sent it at 2 a.m. He's fast asleep. He's been asleep for hours.
Yeah.
He's woke up to his WhatsApp.
Yeah.
Sarah deleted a message. Can you imagine how crazy that would drive you?
While meanwhile, he's been thinking about you.
Wow. No wonder he wrote a letter.
That's the thing of movies. But he could have just gone, what was that?
But he's a traditional guy.
He's a traditional guy, of course. He has to do things the proper
Properly.
way. Of course he does.
He's sending it to the family home.
He's a man from the 80s.
It was acceptable.
So he said, you know, I realized how deeply I cared about you. That he wanted to reach out and tell me his feelings for ages, but didn't feel right due to my home situation. So he
Of
was
course.
waiting for you to, he wanted you
course.
to heal, he didn't want
He
to.
knew you had other things going on.
Yeah.
Romance is not top of the list right now. My world's falling apart. This is not the
Yeah,
time.
and he didn't want to be selfish in that instance, which I get. Oh my God. And that he loves me.
Not
and
the
that-
LOVE.
Yeah. And that he, and
So has your dad read all this? God, Dad's having a great time reading this.
in it, and that he doesn't believe in the one, but I am the closest that he has ever gotten. In the letter, he
Okay.
mentioned showing me how to rollerblade and how he always had the best time with me and he missed my smile.
Oh, not my
He-
smile.
He remembered so many little details about my life, which surprised me because I had forgotten about them. He ends the letter by saying that he doesn't know if I am with anyone and that he will not be reaching out again if I don't respond to the letter. My question is, what would you do? Would you
Respond.
leave the past in the past or maybe take a chance?
Absolutely not.
I am going home for a week in July and I could meet him then. A girl needing advice. Sarah.
This is probably the only time in podcast history where we have encouraged you to get back with an ex.
Yeah, for sure. Because also,
But I am wholeheartedly behind
me
this.
too. You don't even remember why you called it off.
But sometimes that happens when you've got your rose-tinted glasses on, you know, because it's been so long ago, you're forgetting all the bad stuff. But
Yeah.
I don't think
you guys
this is
got
the
there.
case. No.
I don't think you guys even had any bad stuff. You were just kind of, you know, things
Life
happened.
was just...
Life
yeah.
moved on. You don't even, like, it wasn't dramatic. It wasn't bad. It wasn't nothing, you know. And the fact that he's been,
Thinking about you.
I love him.
And he wrote you a 3-page letter.
I love him.
And he said, you know,
He reached
if you don't want
out
me
to
to reach
you.
out again, I won't. But
And just, you know, even when he reached out, you know, after he heard about your mum, like, that's just lovely.
yeah,
Like,
he's a thoughtful guy.
it's thoughtful. He's like, you know, he's there. It's care.
He's
It's
not forgotten about you.
I love him. Right. So
I think he's a great catch. Lock it down.
how
lock and load.
How
Let's
are we going
go.
to respond? Are we going to respond with pen and paper?
I absolutely think so.
Or are we
Because then
just,
you guys are going to save all these letters and you're going to be 90 years old and
You
you're
can
going to have
frame them.
all these letters
Yeah.
and it's going to be beautiful.
So do we know where he lives? I'm assuming.
Hopefully he left a return to sender address on the envelope.
Do you think he's definitely that traditional guy? He definitely
He's probably
did
got
that.
it in stamp
Yeah.
version.
But I'm sure you nipped over to his flat or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. Let's just hope he's not moved.
Well, you've got his number because you unsent a
True.
WhatsApp message.
So let's write a letter.
Thank you for your letter.
Yeah, let's write it out. But we want it to come from your heart.
It's got to come from you.
So thank you for your letter. Wow, this deeply touched me. I feel like we are on the invisible string. You know, I drunkenly reached out to you December time, unsent it, thinking you wouldn't want to hear from me. Lo and behold, you were dying to hear from me. I've been thinking about you. You've been thinking about me. You know, the fact that, you know, you're a traditional guy, Brian, and I love it. You know, this letter.
You won't know because you're not on social media, but I've actually been spending a lot of time in Ireland.
You know, I learned a lot about myself. You know, yes, I was dating here and there, but that's nothing.
that's
You
neither
know,
here
I'm
nor
assuming
there.
you was too, but no one ever compared to yourself.
Beautiful. Copy and paste.
I am back in Australia, actually. I'm actually living in Sydney with some friends.
I'd love to see you.
I'd love to see you. Are you available end of July? I'm actually nipping home for the week.
And then we get the script. We spray some perfume on it so it smells nice.
If it was me, I'd order some pink paper off Amazon, to be honest.
Yeah,
Pink
fluffy
envelope.
pen. It's giving grease, isn't
Yeah.
it?
Yeah, definitely spritz it with your scent, you know, wafts your pheromones on it.
So when he opens
you know,
it, he's
you know, put it down your naked body.
the paper.
Brush it down your body, you know, really get the pheromones on the paper so that he opens it and he's like,
Just hit.
you know, he literally flies off his seat. That,
But can you imagine?
He'd be sent
Can you
into
imagine?
overdrive.
This boy has sent you this letter and then think,
He's thinking,
Am I going to get a response? And then imagine, right? The postman shows up at the end of his drive.
It's a pink fucking letter.
It's a pink envelope. And he's thinking, Sarah. Oh my God, it's from Sarah.
It could only
He
be.
rushes to the end of the driveway, opens the letterbox, scanning through all, boom, pink letter to Brian, sealed with a loving kiss.
He drops to his
opens
knees.
it. He cries. The rain begins. Wow.
He kisses the paper,
He
holds
holds
it
it
to
close.
his chest. He smells it like this. You know, because he's missed your stench.
And you can say, you know, meet me at...
Yeah, because like, we don't need these phones.
We don't
Me
need
and you,
these-
Brian, we do this traditionally.
Meet me at 8 p.m. at our spot.
You know it.
You know.
Bring your rollerblades, you little bitch. There we go.
Brilliant. I'm all for
Yeah.
this. Make it happen, okay?
You show up
For
like
our
Barbie and
sake.
Ken on the rollerblades, hand in hand.
You have fun, you guys, okay?
I'm just like, be safe, you guys.
yeah,
okay,
don't
bring
forget your helmets and
protection.
your knee pads and your shin pads.
Bring protection of all kinds.
Of all kinds. You never know what could happen on that park.
I think the kiss you guys are gonna go through
Passionate.
is just thing of just pure passion. You know, and I just hope he's ready. You know, because
I just hope
islands, you
he's
know,
ready.
changed you a lot. You know, you're glowing
You're a
differently
new woman
these
now.
days. Yeah,
You've
and
learnt some different things.
Sophia,
You've
this
had some different
man
experiences.
doesn't even have social media. He's not even seen, you know, your fringe. You know, he's not
He's
even
got no clue what's
you
coming.
know. So when he actually sees you,
his breath is going to be taken away.
he's actually not going to be able to cope. This
This is the new standard now, I guess.
like we just love this man.
Okay.
Okay, disappointed it wasn't a literal ghost, but
But we
technically,
digress. We can move on. We can let it go.
He was a man of tradition.
It was a great story regardless.
It was.
This is Sophia and Cinzia bringing you a broadcast.
An urgent message.
interrupting
This is
the
an
viewing.
urgent appeal. This is an urgent message. We need
From
you
your founders. We need you.
to
Subscribe
absolutely. We do.
to
we
this
never
channel
ask,
right here. We don't ask much from you lot. You know we don't.
Yeah, we rarely ask for this stuff, but we'd like to get to 100,000. We want that plaque. It's important to us.
That's true. We never had a plaque.
you know, because you know where that plaque can go?
right here
Right here on our new shelf.
on this bad boy.
We need to decorate this bathroom right up.
We do.
And we've
So-
never received a plaque in our life. And everyone else seems to have plaques.
We've never had a plaque.
So,
make
if
it
you would
happen,
wish, this
please.
is the urgent call out. Please, thank you.
Enjoy the rest of the episode. Okay. Something different here. Should I let the size, just put in marks, put me off him, or am I being shallow?
The size of what? His biceps.
I believe it could be the size of his genitals. Okay, I am 20. I'm fairly newly single. 3 months out of a 1.5 year relationship.
Wow.
Wasn't actively interested in dating yet, but not opposed. I met a guy from my uni on a night out and
I met a guy in the summer and I left him in the spring.
really fancied him.
Okay.
And we got along very well. We text all day, every day. He's lovely. It's very clear he's looking for a relationship, which I'm actually
nice.
not opposed to, as I'm very healed from my last situation. We have been on a few dates and he is my dream guy. In many senses, good looking, kind, funny, genuine. I could really see myself being with him.
Ooh, here we go.
However, in capitals. Recently, I had him stay around, few dates in, and I thought I was ready to get a bit cheeky. It was very sweet, actually, because I could tell he wasn't even just there for sex. He didn't push anything, was very happy just to cuddle and be quite wholesome.
Good.
He was kind of catching my vibe to see what I wanted to do, which I actually found very sweet.
Yes.
Things got a little bit steamy, and let's just say I copped a feel. And to my shock, there wasn't much
Okay.
to cop.
Not much of a package.
In my head, I was like,
So what were we feeling?
empty Jean. In my head, I was like, is that it?
Where is it? If you
Where
will.
art thou? Let down your hair. I actually removed my hand in shock and kind of smoothly stopped the steaminess.
Okay, smoothly. That's nice. Nothing
Rolled
abrupt.
over.
Okay.
And we just went to sleep spooning.
Okay, nice.
which again, I guess was very sweet, and he made no fuss.
Okay.
I haven't seen him since.
Okay. It's alarmed you.
Yeah, but he could be a grower, not a shower.
Yeah, maybe he wasn't aroused in that instant.
Yes.
But then you were getting
But you
the
were
passion
getting
on.
steamy.
But I do know men, they can really, it can really, almost triple in size. When they are aroused. But then
But were
he should
you
have been
not
aroused in that, we were in bed. It was our
steamy.
first.
We've had a few dates. Tension's been
Yes.
building.
Or he could have been getting a bit shy. He could have been getting a bit shy. He couldn't really, what if he couldn't
True.
get hard, as the kids say.
But my problem now is,
And he was just in his head,
every time I think of him, every time he texts me, every time he asks
Right.
me to make plans, all I can think about
is what you felt that day.
is the absence of, what he felt that day. I've actually found myself making excuses not to see him because it's given me a little bit of the ick.
So it was that shocking. Wow. This poor guy.
I'm actually at war in my head a little bit because logically, I know in every way he's the ideal guy for me. And it would be so silly for me to cut things off over this, but I can't get it out of my head. Please, could you give me some advice, maybe about how I get past this and try and carry things on?
Yeah.
Am I being silly and shallow? Should I call it off? I just have no idea. Attached a pic for reference.
Of the willy. Of the peanut.
Here's my
Attached to
life-size
pic.
drawing.
Is this one acceptable? I think
This
Who
is
are we
her.
looking at? A
She's
pic of?
gorgeous.
Oh,
And we've got a
gorge.
picture of him too.
Do we?
We have. He's got a picture with his top off.
Oh, let's see. Okay, strapping boy.
strapping young boy.
Okay, lovely.
He's in very loose shorts, so we can't get any
very
sort
loose
of.
shorts, and they're black as well.
They're black as
Yeah,
well.
black baggy shorts. I
Um,
think until you've stared at it in the eyes,
you're not gonna know.
You're not gonna know
until
Like,
you've come face to face with it.
until you've come face to face with it,
But-
raring to go, not flaccid. Because a little flaccid willy, anyone's flaccid willy would make someone feel a little, repulsed. Uneasy is the word.
Even the other way, it's just not an
Even
attractive
the other
thing.
way around, a vagina in the starkness of the sunlight. They're
Raw.
beautiful, just raw.
Yeah,
But I think
but it's
until
given
you've
her.
stared
she's-
at it,
I think she's like, I'm not sure.
well, you're just a bit like, I get it. It's, yeah.
Yeah.
If you
But
cut,
then you'd never know. Like, if this guy
You
is
never
great
know.
in every other
Yeah.
area, I would give it a go.
I think it could have been just a soft willy that you felt that day. And
Or maybe your hammer's in the wrong place.
Yep.
Maybe it was to
Yeah.
to the side.
Yeah. Maybe it was just half of it. Maybe it was just merely a quarter of it. And you just,
Just grabbed it
you
wrong.
know, and you just, I think it could have
panicked. You moved away
soft.
too quick.
I
you
think it
know?
was a soft willy that you experienced that day.
I think you could give it another go.
Me
if
too.
it's perfect in every other way,
And he's reaching out. I would,
let's
I would,
go for round 2.
you need to stare at it.
Let's see what you're made of.
You need to stare at it.
Show me a good time. Because also, he may
Rock my
really,
world,
he may really know how to use that little
Rock
thing.
Rock my
He
world.
might know what he's doing.
Yeah, I think let's give him the opportunity to simply rock your world.
Rock my world.
Rock
You
my
can
world.
just lay there, starfish, rock my world. Let's see what you can do.
Just let him, let's look at it. Let's rock my world.
Yeah.
And let's see.
Let's see what
'Cause
you're made
until-
of.
You've not actually, you're just in your head about, oh God, I'm not
Yeah.
used to this,
Yes. But he may
Used to
really
male of
know
other
what he's doing with
stature,
that. And he also may thrive in other areas.
There we go.
You know?
Exactly.
So I'd go for it.
Yeah, I would try another day, but obviously don't force anything. But
Yeah, I mean, don't
wouldn't-
force it, but
I wouldn't, overthink this situation. Right? I think he could have been nervous. It would have been soft. Oh my gosh, she just felt it, and it was
I
soft.
think what
Oh my god!
Cynthia said, she only felt half of it.
Yeah, it was definitely just the half. It was half, and it was soft. I think and maybe he was embarrassed. Oh my gosh, she's just felt it, and it was fucking tiny in that moment.
Yeah, no wonder she's not
no
replying.
wonder she's literally ignoring me. Oh my fuck,
Yeah.
I think
Let's give him a chance.
until you've literally stood there naked and you're looking at it, you don't know what you felt that day.
You don't
And
know
that's
what
as
you
simple as
felt that day.
that's the end of the story.
The end.
Yeah.
Best wishes.
Because willies, you know, they're definitely from Mars.
Well, they're a foreign object
There's
to
a lot
us.
to learn about them.
Yeah, and
They're scary things.
scary looking things. Yeah, we learned that from white chicks at an early age.
Oh my goodness.
Okay, should we do one more?
Yeah.
Last one of the day.
My new relationship is completely different vibes to my last one, and I'm struggling. Okay.
Not
Okay.
necessarily a negative.
Unless it's negative vibes, you know, different, you know, negative vibes. But if it's just different, sometimes different is good,
It's good.
you know? Because
Because your old relationship didn't work, so we don't want it to be the same as that
exactly.
one.
And sometimes if they're a bit too similar, it's like,
Yeah,
I feel
I'm
like
getting
in the
names
same
mixed up. I'm getting deja vu.
deja vu. I mean,
Was it you that told me that, or was it?
I'd be sick. Hey, girls.
Hi.
Absolutely loving the podcast at the moment. Thank you, Sarah.
Thank you, Sarah.
Got a bit of a situation that I need help with. Long story short, I broke up with my last relationship 4 months ago. It was a 3.5 year long relationship.
Oh, big one.
It was super happy and healthy. However, from around July last year, I began to realize that our future was not compatible and feelings were lost. So the breakup was a long time coming. Okay,
Okay.
just different paths, it
Yeah,
sounds like, but
that's fine.
still love and care there. Fast forward 2 months, and I became close friends with a boy at my uni course, as what we were doing at the time had us spending 24/7 together.
Wow.
And we ended up
Intimate.
kissing at the end of a night out.
Ooh.
I did not feel ready to move on that quick. However, after seeing my ex-boyfriend get with someone on a club's Instagram story, wow.
Busted.
Busted. I thought, oh, well, may as well. Lol. Absolutely nothing wrong with a
Yeah.
kiss.
Yeah.
For sure. Only
You're
expecting.
thinking, yeah, you've moved on. I should too.
Yeah, it's like, okay, brilliant.
This feels genuine.
Yeah. You've bonded with this guy.
Yeah.
Only expecting it to be a rebound. We continue seeing each other, spending the nights together, all of that, etc.
Very
For a
cozy.
few weeks, to the point we were both aware we had caught feelings. After a few months, he asked me to be his girlfriend, and I said yes.
Wow.
Quick, I know, but
A
I've
man that know what he wants.
honestly love this. But I've experienced so many awful things this year that have really highlighted that life's too short, and if I like him, I like him, and it's my life, so I may as well. Yeah,
Defo.
it's like, this is what the situation is. I care about this guy. For
Yeah.
sure.
I'm a single girl.
Plus, I felt completely over my ex. That was months ago.
Brilliant.
The only thing is that he's completely opposite to my ex. Oh, okay, here we go. So he's not soppy at all. So I'm imagining that means he's not really a words of affirmation kind of guy.
I think so.
Yeah. Whereas your ex was probably like, I love you so much, you're so beautiful, and
You're my
he's
whole
not,
world. I can't live without you. Kiss, kiss, kiss,
and
kiss,
you're not
kiss,
really
kiss, kiss.
getting that from this guy. He doesn't text a huge amount either, and he's not codependent, and very career driven and very independent.
Okay.
So you're not used to that. You're used to someone, pining after you,
Messaging you all the time. Whereas this guy doesn't use
wanting
emojis.
to see you every day.
He's quite brief. Yeah.
And also maybe he's comfortable to be like, oh, I don't need to see you tonight. I can see you tomorrow. Like, not needing to be in
Yeah.
each other's pockets the whole time.
Yeah.
All these things I don't mind at all. However, there were some things I really liked about my last relationship, etc. The good night and the good morning texts, and a little text throughout the day, the words of affirmation, that I miss you messages I liked from my ex. We are so good in person, but when we're not together and on text, it's not so good. Okay. He's completely opposite in lots of good ways. However, I think because I was in such a long relationship and we had got so used to what each other was like, I know I'm just getting used to it. Yeah, you've not experienced a lot together as a couple yet.
Yeah.
And you're still learning each other. Like, okay, we have only been official for a week. And he's had a lot going on uni-wise within that time. But do I accept the fact that he's different in a good way, or do I need to speak to him? I'm conflicted. The transition into a new relationship is hard. Thanks, girls. Susan, I know you like picture references, so here's me and my new man. Yes. Uh-huh. Oh my God. How tall is this man? So he's about 7 foot.
Stop.
How tall he is.
Oh my God. Which one's she?
I believe this lady here, a model.
Bloody hell. Could be a
This
basketball
man
player.
is
So tall.
7'9", but you're also a model too, because his neck is so long.
His neck is long.
Is he a
She's
basketball
just about
player?
meeting his shoulder.
Is he a basketball player?
I don't know.
He's giving.
He's got the hype for it.
He's giving NBA, NFL,
NBA.
NBA.
I think this is positive.
Gorgeous couple. Sorry.
Gorgeous couple. I think this is positive.
Me too. And I think it's about learning each other's love languages.
Love languages.
So like,
and also like you've literally said, when we're in person, it's great.
brilliant.
Brilliant. I'd rather it be amazing in person and we don't really text.
Me too.
Than, on text, it's so steamy and so flirty and so funny. And then in person,
And he
it's
says
so
all this
dry
nice
and
stuff to me
boring.
on text and he never says it in person.
Yeah, like you would much rather, like who cares if you don't really text? Maybe that because that's what you've been used to. You've been used to a boyfriend who will send you all these paragraphs and all these blah, 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 blah. And that's kind of what you've had for the past 3.5 years. So you've kind of thought, all relationships must be like this. And then you've met this guy who's maybe a bit like, oh no, I'm not really into that, blah, blah, blah. And I think it's nothing wrong with it at all. He sounds really great. Something different. It's something just new. It's a different vibe for you.
You're just learning each other at the moment. So what
Yeah.
I'd be tempted to do, I love languages conversation.
Yes, get that in there.
What's your, maybe he's never talked about this before. Maybe he's not even aware what
Let's
his
do
is.
a quiz.
Oh, what's your love language? Do you know what it is?
This is probably quality time.
Well, mine is words of affirmation. You let your partner
them
know
know.
you need to learn how to love them and he needs to learn how to love you. So he might say, oh, mine's acts of service. Makes fucking sense.
Yeah.
You know?
Here you go. Let's put the kettle on.
Right. Do the quiz online, the love languages quiz.
You can weave it into the conversation so naturally. Oh, my friend was telling me she did this quiz. Oh my God, let's do it. Let's do our love language quiz. Do you know what
Yes.
your love language is? It's very simple.
Yes.
And then
It's
you
very
will
simple.
learn about each other. Like this relationship is
Yes.
very new. It's started great.
And natural.
This is just an important part of a relationship.
Yeah.
Understanding how he feels loved and he needs to understand how you feel loved. Because if you want those good morning texts and those good night texts,
He's
and
capable of that.
He is more than capable, but he just needs to be told that that is what you want and that's important to you. He's not a mind reader. He
Yes.
doesn't know
Yes.
that is
Something that you want.
Yeah, so you need to tell him. And there's nothing wrong
No.
in telling someone how you want to be loved, how you feel loved, what's important to you.
It's so important because, you might say to him constantly, I love you, you're so handsome, but maybe that's not how he wants to receive love. Maybe he's affectionate.
Yeah.
Maybe that's how
Acts
he's
of
showing
service.
his love. And you're kind of missing each other's marks on how you're showing each other love, right?
Yeah.
You need to get aligned. Him do the quiz, you do the quiz, and you say, I love, reassurance throughout the day and words of affirmation. I like,
and then
saying
he'll
good
be
morning
like,
and night.
okay, noted.
He'll say, oh my God, this is my new girlfriend. I want to make her happy. I want to make her feel loved.
Yeah.
So I'm going to do it.
And also remember, like, you're still really fresh in the relationship.
Yeah.
And as time goes on,
Yeah.
you will just naturally get into more of a groove with each other. Like, and,
You're still learning him. He's still
Yeah.
learning you.
but I think it's great that it's something different. Like, your ex is your ex. It
And you
didn't
said
work
it's different
out.
in a positive way.
Yeah. And it's, I think
the
it's
other
really good. Like, you
aspects.
don't want a repeat of the same relationship all over again. It's good that you're in something different,
Yeah.
something new. I think it's just a
And
little simple
You're meant
conversation.
to tell your partner what you like and what you don't like. You're literally meant to tell them.
You're allowed to do that.
and you're allowed to, and that's only going to help you guys out.
Yeah.
So that there's no resentment and no frustration going on.
because this is very easily solved.
For sure. I think it's fine. You've been official for a week. Do the love languages thing.
Baby
it's
steps.
like something you do of an evening. Babe, what's your love language? Oh, I don't know. Oh, let's do the quiz.
Let's do the quiz.
I think mine is words of affirmation, but let's double check. So what that means is I like being told that you love me. I like being,
I like good morning
reassured.
texts.
I like texts. I need constant words.
They just need to be told.
They just need to be told. It'll go, oh my
and
God, this is my new
hopefully
girlfriend.
they will act accordingly. It's very simple.
It's very simple. He looks lovely.
He looks lovely. All right, folks.
I'm going to
Shall we
find
conclude there?
a love languages quote.
Okay,
Is there
that sounds
something
good.
that-
I'll also have a look at my Pinterest and see what I can find.
Okay. Be willing to learn and understand how a person needs to be loved. That's the road to a respectful and loving relationship.
Wow. The end, I guess.
The end, I guess. I mean,
It's important.
that's all
Love
we've
languages
really
exist for a
got.
reason. Take the quiz.
They do. Take the quiz. And if he Like he should, when you're telling him about your love language and how you want to be loved, he should be nothing but, you know, open ears, willing to learn, wanting to know how. And then if he's not, this quote says, date someone who doesn't think you're complaining when you're trying to teach them your love language.
Wow.
Right? Because
That's
if
a
it's
good
like,
one.
oh, you know, moaning about it, it's like, okay, this is red flags.
That's such a good one.
Is it? Thank you.
I feel like we've had a lot of wisdom today. We've had
Me too.
ghosts, we've had ghouls, we've had letters, we've had traditional gentlemen
How
from
could
Australia.
I forget about the letter with the quill?
We've had a lot of good dilemmas today. I really enjoyed that.
I enjoyed myself also.
If you would like an extra episode of the podcast, you can get it every single Monday over on Patreon. We have 2 episodes a week. There's a big community on our Patreon right now. It's a lovely time.
Yes.
And we're revamping this studio. We're getting some of our Patreon people in to come and watch us record. So it is a really fun time over there. And
is.
you can email your dilemmas to hello@thegirlsbathroom.com.
You follow us on Instagram at The Girls Bathroom, on TikTok, on YouTube. If you don't know, you can watch it physically on YouTube.
It's a
So
great
if you're
time.
on Patreon, we'll see you on Monday. If not, we'll see you next Wednesday.
Have a good week.
Love ya.
Ta-ra!